Hello friends, welcome back to our channel One Tech Stop. So in our previous video we have seen what is Active Directory user, what is Active Directory computer, what is organization unit, and what are the groups, security and distribution group. We have seen how to create and manage all those things. So in our today's video we will see what is a group policy. So in today's video, we will also see what is a group policy object, what is a group policy precedence, types of group policies, and we will also see few examples how to create a group policy. So let's try to understand one by one what is a group policy. Group policy is a Windows Active Directory feature where it provides a centralized management of your users and computers. So from the single point of management console, you can manage and give the access permissions to the users and computers. What is a group policy object? So group policy object is a collection of settings available in a group policy in a GPO. So whatever the settings are available, those are called as a group policy object. Now what is a group policy precedence? So let me give you an example. Whenever a computer boots up, the every computer or every machine has its own set of local group policies. So when a computer boots up, the first the local group policies are applied. Then the policies that are at a site level are applied. Then at domain level, and then goes to organization unit, and then goes to sub OUs if exists. So simply here you have to understand is LSDOU rule, local, site, domain and organizational unit. So this is how a group policy will apply. But when comes to the point how the processing how the group policies are processed, and how the group policies will take effect on a user or computer level is a reverse order. So whichever the group policy that applies the last will take the highest precedence. Now in this LSDO rule, this is how the local site domain and organization unit, this is the procedure that it follows. But when it comes to the application or it comes to the precedence, so the group policy that is applied on the organization unit will be taking place first, then simultaneously goes to domain, then site, then local. So in case of for example any group policy conflict, that is like you have a same group policy with different settings for at domain level and organization unit level. So the last applied policy on the organizational unit level will take the precedence and that will be applied. So this is a group policy precedence and how the group policies will be applied. Next, we will see what are the types of group policies in Active Directory. So basically, there are two types of Active Directory group policies. So they are first the local group policy and non-local group policy, which is centralized group policy. So local group policy, as I have already said, that every computer or a machine will have its own set of local group policies. And what is centralized group policy? Centralized group policy is a Active Directory group policy management. So we will see what is the group policy management will show us the options and how we can configure our group policies. So in practicals today we will see how to manage the password policy, how we can create a shared folder access to the user, and how we can be able to deploy a software from the group policy management, and also we'll see how we can like change the wallpaper of the users. So let's quickly go to our DC. This is our domain controller. Let's log in and let's go to our client machine. This is our client machine. Let's log into our client machine. Okay, first we'll see how we can apply the password policy. So in our client machine, let's see what is the password policy is already running. So we will just go to command prompt and type the command net space accounts. Net space accounts. So this is the default policy that is running on our client machine. So let's go to our domain controller and see what are the changes we can do in our password policy management. So I will go to my domain controller. I will open the server manager. I will click on tools. Then I will select group policy management. Click the group policy management. So this opens up our group policy management console. Let's expand our forest domains, and this is our domain one desktop dot local. So before that, let's check our organization unit structure. So whatever the organization unit structure you will keep in Active Directory users and computers, that same structure will be shown in your group policy management console. So in one desktop, I have added the finance and IT department. In IT department, I have one user and a group. Okay. So in computers, I have a lab client 01 machine. Okay. Now let's go and apply our group password policy. So here we already have one default domain policy. So if you go to settings and check what are the permissions you already have. Okay, just add this one so it will not prompt us again. This is a security certificate. Okay. Then click on show all. This will show the current applied policies. So this is the default applied password policy. So let's go and change the default applied policy. Just right click on the group policy and click on edit. So in our next GPO, we will see like how we can create and link the group policy as well. So here we are going with directly with the default domain policy that is already created. So right click on the default domain policy and click on edit. Then go to under computer configuration. Then click expand the policies. Let me maximize this. Then go to Windows settings, expand. Then expand the security settings. Let me just drag this one. Then expand account policies. Then here you have your password policy. Sorry. So here enforce a password history. This enforce password history will guide you like how many previous passwords should be remembered. If you keep like the value to 3, then the past 3 passwords you cannot keep. Yani you have to keep some new password, fourth new password. So right click on this enforce password history and click on properties. Here the key password history for 24. Yani the last 24 passwords will be remembered. You cannot keep last 24 passwords. So this I will decrease it to 2. So as per your company policy, you have to implement this one. Select this option. So click on apply and click on OK. Then maximum password age. This maximum password age will define after how many days the password will expire. So as per the standard, I will keep for uh, 3 months, like 90 days. And click on apply and click OK. So here password is, must meet complexity requirements. Here this means this option enables the to use mandatory the special characters, small and long letters, capital and small characters, and special characters as well. And this is minimum password length. Minimum password length 7 characters is by default. So yani this you have to your password length should be minimum 7 characters. If you want to increase the characters, you can increase this one from here. So I will keep this default. So as per your organization policies, you can increase or decrease these characters. Now we'll set another account lockout policy. Here account lockout duration. Right click properties, define this policy. How much duration you required your account logout. This after invalid attempts, the account will be logged automatically. So, so before this one, let's configure this account lockout threshold. Right click account lockout threshold and click on properties. So how many attempts you need in order to log a user? I will keep 3 attempts. So after 3 unsuccessful attempts, the user will be logged out. And this will enable these 2 policies that we already have here, account lockout duration and reset. So this setting the account lockout threshold will by default enable other two properties, account lockout duration and reset account lockout counter after. So click on OK and click on OK. As you have seen, the values have been changed to 30 and 30 minutes. So this is how we have created the password policy settings. So just close this one, refresh, and here we need to run a GP update. GP update will apply this group policy. So I will run here GP update / force. Computer policy update has completed successfully. Now it's applying user. So user is also completed successfully. So let's go to our client machine and check whether the changes have been made or not. So here in the user level as well, I will run the command GP update. Okay, now let's see the changes are done or not. So let's enter the command net accounts. Enter. So here you can see the difference. The above one is before we are making changes to the group policy, and this is after making changes to our group policy. So that means our group policy has been applied successfully. So let's go and check and try to create another group policy, which is to create a drive map. So we will create one shared folder for all the users in our organization where they can keep their or the share the data between the users. So I will create one drive for every user. So in order to create the drive, first we need to understand where we need to create a drive. So I will create this drive under this desktop OU, because if I create under the one desktop OU, that will apply to all the sub OUs, which is our departments, because I need this drive to be created for each and every user in our organization. So I am placing all these users and departments under our one desktop main OU. So I will right click here and create a GPO in this domain and link it here. Click on this one and I will give a name like shared drive and click OK. So this will create a group policy called a shared drive. Now we have to do the tunings. So right click on this shared drive and click on edit. And then we have to do here we have two options like computer configuration and user configuration. So you have to understand the policies that you are making. This comes under the computer configuration or user configuration. So based on that, you have to make the changes in the policies. So this mapping a drive is under user configuration. So you expand the user configuration, then go to expand preferences, then expand Windows settings, and here you have option called drive maps. So here under the drive maps, right click the drive map, go to new and select mapped drive. Now before this one, here we have to select the location, but where is the location? We have not created any folder in our server to map this drive. So let's go and create one folder. So I will just go to C drive and I will create here one folder with the name called drive. And in order to share this drive to all the users, this folder should be a shared folder. So I will just share this folder. So right click on the drive, go to properties, click on sharing and click on advanced sharing and click on share this folder. Apply. OK. So this is our UNC path. So let's copy this path because this path we need to give on in our group policy. Control C. Go to our policy. So under the drive maps, right click, new mapped drive. Okay, it's already open. So here under action, I will click on create. What is the location? The same, the drive that we have shared. Reconnect, click on reconnect, labelize. I will keep this as a one tech stop shared drive. So this will display the name and select the drive. I will keep it as a any drive you can keep. I will keep it as a G. And under the common, there no changes. So just click on apply and click OK. Now if you see there is a green arrow here. That means this policy is applied successfully. So let's go to our user user machine and check whether we are able to see this drive details or not. So before that, let's refresh it here and click check GP update. GP update. This will update the group policies. So on the server, the GP update command is done successfully. Let's go to our lab user machine. So let's run here. Okay, let's see first this drive is showing here or not. So okay, it's already populated here. There is already one desktop shared drive. So this is the drive now every user will see when he logs on to his machine. So here he can create the drives and everything. So let's try to create one user, one folder here, new folder, and this will throw an permission error. So why it's throwing a permission error? Because we have not given any permissions on that shared folder. So just go to that folder and give the related permissions. Guys, these kind of operations you should not perform on a C drive. You should have another drive here where you will be sharing the folders and operating. Do not do these operations under your operating installed drive. Just see what are the permissions we have. Okay, so we don't have here the permission. So what I will do, I will just add a domain users. And as of now, I will give the full access. In our next videos, we will see like what are the permissions levels that we can apply on a user in another video. So here I will give a full permission. You should give only basic permissions, not the full permissions. Now let's go to our client machine. Let's try to refresh and let's try to create a folder now. New folder. Okay, let's do one GP update. Okay, let's create one folder here, new folder, and I will name it as uh, test folder. Now go to that machine and check. See, the test folder is already available here. So this is how you can uh, create a shared drive between your users. So in our next practical, we will see how we can apply a wallpaper, how we can change and manage the wallpaper of all the machines in our organization. So let's create, for this one, we need to have a wallpaper and we need to keep that wallpaper in a folder with shared permissions. So I have a wallpaper here. I'll just take this wallpaper and I will create under the documents. I will create one folder with the name wallpaper, and under that I will paste this wallpaper. Now just to share this folder. So right click the folder, click on properties, go to sharing, go to advanced sharing and click check share this folder. Click on apply, click OK, and this is the UNC path. So just copy this path, click on close. Now go to our group policy management console. So this is also a user level group policy. So this also I will create under one desktop because I need to apply this on all the users. So right click, create a policy, and I will keep the name as a wallpaper. Click OK. Now right click this wallpaper newly created GPO and click on edit. Expand user configuration, and under user configuration click on policies and then expand administrative templates and expand desktop and select a desktop. Here we have a option desktop wallpaper. Just double click, sorry, right click. Okay, it's open. Click on enable. Now you have to give here the UNC path of your wallpaper slash my wallpaper name. I kept it as a wallpaper dot jpg. Let's cross check wallpaper. Right click wallpaper properties, and this is .jpg. Okay, wallpaper .jpg. Okay, wallpaper .jpg, and I will keep this as a fill. You can select any option based on your wallpaper size, and I will click on apply and click OK. And I will also enable the active desktop option. Enable, apply, OK. Now go to preferences, expand the Windows settings, then select files, and let's create a file because I want to save the wallpaper a copy into the user's machine. Right click file, select new, then click file. In the here I'll create, and source file is our UNC path, and the file name. Then destination file is the path of your user's local machine. So where it should store c colon slash under users public pictures same wallpaper dot jpg, and then I will click apply and OK. This is also now showing the green mark. So let's close this one and go to our command prompt, and let's do gp update. This is done. Let's go to our client machine. So let's log in and see if it is applied. Let's try to refresh. Let's run a gp update. Still it's the same. So what we will do, we will just log off and log in. So by I will enter the command gp update slash force. This will forcefully apply all the policies. Okay, let's sign out. Try to sign out and sign in again. Let's cross check if the file is available in the location that we have specified or not. Users, public, pictures, public pictures. The path is public pictures. So let's try to make this change and see. Wallpaper, right click, edit, expand user configuration, then preferences, then Windows settings, then files. We already have this. Just right click, properties. You see here as a public pictures. Click apply, click OK. We'll run GP update. Let's go to our client machine, and once again we will run the GP update. GP update slash force. Okay, let's try to sign out and sign in again. Our wallpaper has been applied. So in this way we can apply a wallpaper and manage the wallpaper for all the user machines. So this is one of the group policy that we have seen. Now let's go to our domain controller and see how we can deploy uh, a software. For example, we will see how we can deploy a Chrome browser from the group policy to our local user machines. So if you go to this lab client 01, I don't have any Chrome installed here. You can see in the control panel as well. We don't have any Chrome application here. So let's go and try to deploy a Chrome application through a group policy. Go to our domain controller, and this one I will imply this group policy on our computers. So where is our computer? Uh, let's see in our organization unit. Let's see first where is our client machine is residing. So our client machine is residing under computers. Okay. So this for this one, if you see here, we don't have that one, that OU as a computer, because that is a default OU. So what I will do, I will create that a new group policy to deploy a Chrome through a root level. So I will right click on one local, create a GPO in this domain and link it here. Click, and I will keep the name as a Chrome. Click OK. Now before doing that one, same we have to keep that application into a shared folder. So here I will create another folder with the name Chrome, and I will keep that application that I have already downloaded from the internet. You can download this package called as Chrome MSI package with 64-bit. Should be a MSI package. So downloads, and this is the MSI package. I will just copy this to our folder Chrome, and I will paste it here, and I will make this folder as a shared. So right click on the folder, select properties, go to sharing tab, click on advanced sharing. Now check the share this folder, click on apply, click on OK, and this is our UNC path. So copy this path, Control C, and go to our group policy. This policy GPO is already created, and we will edit now this one. So uh, in the shared folder, in the security permissions, right, I will add authenticated users. And I'll give it as a full permission. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to our policy. Right click the Chrome, click on edit, and under computer configuration, expand the policies, and then expand the software settings. Right click the software installation, click on new, and click on package. You have to go and select this through UNC path only, and select this package, assigned one. Okay. Let's try again. Okay, it's already here. It took some time to populate here. Okay, so let's close this one, refresh the group policy management console, and do the GP update. Let's go to our client computer and let's do the GP update force in our client machine. GP update slash force. Okay, it's asking to restart. Yes, click Y and enter. Let's restart instead of waiting. Okay, let's log into our machine. Now you can see the Chrome application is installed now. So guys, in this video, quick summary. We have seen what is a group policy, what is a group policy object, what are the types of group policy, and how the group policies will work. So, and we have seen a practical for like how we can set up the password policy, how we can drive a map or assign a drive to the users. And also we have seen how to set up a wallpaper for all the users, and also we see how we can deploy a application through group policy. I hope you like this video. Thank you for subscribing my channel, and please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.